Well, well, well. That's one way to start with a raid. Mr. Shadow, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? How is the competing with the bots going? Are you winning? Mr. Big Blue, how you doing? Parasite, is your day coming along? Wolf, Aaron, Dr. J, how's everybody doing? Redwood, well, well, well. Just gonna use up a bit of energy here while we try to get some energy, and then we get started with the arena craziness, and yeah, take on the bots. Seems like that's what arena has become now, just competing against the bots. All right, that should take care of that. Now let's get to the arena. Time to get that grind on? Yeah. Stream was good. I'm tired and hungry. I'm gonna run get some food now, but I think I'm winning. I'm at 22 million. Nice. Holy crap, that's pretty good for the basic dude. Yeah, that one just takes forever to get going. On that note, the bots will be on and crack it in this week's featured. Yeah. Oh, is it Stark Spidey for the feature? Interesting. Mr. Spidey, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Okay, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna have six. Nope, 6 stars are ready to go. All right. What time is it? So, actually, let's see. No, we'll get started with the 6 stars. Might be able to get another run in with them before maintenance this evening. Let's see. Mr. Joe, how you doing? How is your Tuesday coming along? Billy D, TP? What's everybody up to? Getting their arena grinds on as well? I don't know about you, but those are some haymakers I'm willing to throw with the bots. Yeah, man. The last basic arena counted yesterday on stream, and 23 in the top 100 were bots. So just over a fifth of the recipients of 6-star Kingpin were not actual people. That's crazy. That is crazy. But it's the way it's been going, I suppose. Yeah. Oh. Well, so much for getting out of the way of that nonsense. Or that nonsense. Holy crap. There we go. There we go. Tobias, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Working on arena milestones. Well, just so long as we find that we could at least get the milestones still, right? For the top 5%. I mean, it might not be that far off until the bots are taking those up too. Are they bots confirmed or just look like bots? I think, well, I mean, yeah, there's no way that we would know, but if you're not tagged in an alliance and like, so you have to be uncollected to do the featured and the basic. And I could see like 1 or 2 maybe not tagged in an alliance that are uncollected doing the arena, but 23, I don't know, there's something weird there. Because pretty much anybody at that point, like, you're gonna be in an alliance. Like, it might not be a super active alliance, but you're going to be in an alliance to pick up, the rewards that you can. Whereas, yeah, if it's a bot, it's not going to be in an alliance. So, and I think it makes sense because I think probably what's happened, like we had the bots in the summoner trials, which are still there, but accounts were being brought up to a point where they could compete in the the 6-star arenas, and I think that's what's now happened is that they're at a point now where they can compete there, and so now those are being run there. We'll see what it looks like round 2, I suppose. Oy. Something rotten in Denmark? Something rotten, all right. Yeah. And I don't think there weren't... Actually, let me take a quick look. I don't think there were many, if any, in the featured arena. But for the basic, yeah, there were a bunch. Let's have a quick look. So... this is for the basic. So your first few, like they're all accounts and alliances. And then you get to 14 and then all of a sudden not an alliance. And then as you go, there's 23 in total. More so toward the end. So, yeah, so you got a chunk of 3, 81, 82, 83. Okay, so that's the basic. Let's see in the... So I didn't look in the featured, actually. Yeah, so 20, 25, looks like it's all accounts and alliances. We're not seeing... Okay, so there's 1 at 63. 2, 78, 3, 4, and 5. Now, it is quite possible that some of those are legit accounts, but probably not all. Opened 6-star yesterday, pulled Star-Lord. Oh, not bad. Are you happy about that, or? Or not so much. It was looking like he might be good for one of the, I mean, not the 6-star Star-Lord, but Star-Lord in general, for one of the Summoner Showdown brackets. It's meh. Well, I mean, it's a new 6-star, though, right? It's always good. Especially now that you're doing a fair bit of arena, so... Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay pulling him for the first time. I really wouldn't care about the dupe, though. Obviously, if he was duped, then I could use him for something, but just having him, or just any new 6-star, I'd be quite happy with. But I am not opening 6-stars for a while. Probably not until the featured resets. Lots of suspicious looking accounts, but we talk about those, and they have to be able to prove it. When they can ban them, but of course they just make more, yeah. Ruins your arena teams? Oh, no. Then it's not good to get a new 6-star. but that's why I'm not opening 6-stars currently, is because I've got even arena teams, and there's no... The only new 6-star that I would want would be Torch. Other than that, there's really no new 6-star that I'd really be after, so yeah, I'm okay waiting for a bit to open some 6-stars. Wayron, how you doing? How's your day coming along? How did the Kingpin grind go? We have maintenance today? Yes, we have maintenance this evening. I think yeah, there was an in-game... I don't know if it was just a mail or it was in the updates tab. It makes sense to put in the update tab because we can't remove that. Nope, so let's see if it's... there we go. So, does it have the date or does it just say the day? No, it just says the day. So on Tuesday today at 8 p.m. And up to 2 hours. So yeah. I need 2 6-stars to even up my team again, so I'm holding until I get 20,000. Yeah, I had even for any teams, now I have an odd amount. Yeah. I get that Kingpin, it'll even my 6-star teams. Nice. Mr. Taz, how you doing? How's your Tuesday coming along? They say when, yeah. Nice, thanks for asking. I placed 50th with 52 minutes. Well, congratulations, dude. Nice. Very good. So it paid off. And how do you feel about that grind? Do you think you'd ever do it again? That Stark Spidey Arena is going to be real high. Let me see. Because I did not see... Oh, I haven't actually checked to see if they've updated that. Let's have a look. To see if they've actually posted. I mean, it would make sense if we've got Spidey champs for the month. Okay, so they just posted that this morning. Okay. Stark Spidey and Super Skrull. Oh, yeah, he's going to go high. Because, hey, that'd be not a bad time to pick up a new 6-star, actually. Because Super Skrull will not go high at all. Tonight was going to say during day... No, it's always in the evenings on Tuesdays. You can say that again. That's yeah. Be interested to see what he goes for. You know, it's going to be funny too, right? Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, Stark Spidey and Blade are no good or bad or whatever," right? Well, let's see how the Stark Spidey arena goes. Because yeah, as a 6-star, I think he'd be quite interesting. Boy. The game looks like it wants to crash already. Barely started. I could do it again, I think, but if I had missed, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I bet, eh? Yeah. So, did you end up like waking up early to run your champions the most amount of times and stuff, or was it not too much of a struggle? Oh, and did you have to refresh it all? Or did you not need to spend any units? Mr. Toffrey, how you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, I don't think... I mean, Stark Spidey as a 6-star would not be bad at all, but no. Even if he was going to go under 100 million, which I think he'll go more than 100. I don't think he'll necessarily go... Well, you know what? It's the first opportunity to get him as a 6-star outside of Crystals. So yeah, he could be going for 140. Doing well. It's been a minute since I last joined the stream. Yeah, it's been a while. Are you still on vacation, or are you back home? Well, back in the US. Mr. Relentless, how you doing? How is your Tuesday coming along? Back in the US, okay. So you had a good visit with the family, though? You know, this is happening more and more often where, like, just right at the beginning of the fight, it pauses for a split second. And sometimes I end up missing the initial parry. And other times, the pause is done and I'm getting hit in the face. I've been back for a while? Okay. Good stuff. Doing good, just finishing up some AQ. Ooh. I think... No, yeah, we were at the boss, and I think he was under half, so... Yeah, I think we're pretty much done there. Done for AQ. And then War was done... must have been like pretty early. Ooh, one moment though, 1 second. Oh, and if there's anybody here that's been here previously. Let me know what you think of the stream layout currently compared to what it used to look like. Okay, there we go. Because I've changed up a little bit. Like the predictions are no longer in the bottom middle. The recent subscriber or followers down. Yeah, so change it up a bit. So let me know what you think. Not too sure if I want to leave it like this. I've been going back and forth between this and then also cropping the iPhone playback a little bit. So I don't know if I want to go full screen like this or have it a little bit smaller. But I think I'm going to leave it where the chat is not on the stream, if anything. So that's not really an approval or a disapproval, Spidey. I think really the only thing that I want to be consistent about is pretty much the predictions. Yeah, that's the only thing that regardless of what I do, I think I'll keep. But anything else can kind of come or go. I like it. It's clean. I do like them on the bottom, however. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got myself a 5-star Spidey 2099. He looks very cool. Underrated though. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got him from Arena. I don't really know. I don't know why. There was no reason in particular other than just trying to grow my 5-star roster. But I haven't. I haven't even looked at his info or his city cheats yet. It's just a matter of it's a new 5-star. But yeah, I mean, as a 5-star, he's not going beyond R3 anyways. But unless there was some very specific reason, and even then, it would probably only be with a gem. The last 5-star I ranked with resources was Kamala Khan. I can't wait to see the real rewards for the gauntlet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's going to be interesting tomorrow. That is going to be interesting. If there is a, and whether it be completion or exploration, but if there's a 6-star awakening gem, then I would probably be going all out. And I know I'm going to have to use units, but if there's a 6-star awakening gem, then I'm fine with it. But if there's not at least that, then I think I'll probably just do completion. And then go from there. You dig the new layout? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Took him to 565 just because he was cool. I like playing him. Alright. Yeah, when they first announced him and Penny, I was thinking, because I was seeing people suggesting that they'd both be tech. In which case then I would have still probably only gone for, well, either of them as 5-stars. But I would have probably been a little bit more interested, just because I have so many tech resources to use up. But I think I'll probably try to get Penny as a 5-star as well. He doesn't have bad damage as well. 150 hits for a regular ROL fight isn't bad. That bad for 565. Okay. So then you don't necessarily agree with the comments that he hits like a 3-star. That would be amazing. I'd be torn between Awakening Eyehawk or Omega. Okay. His playstyle is kind of stressful with the dex issues, though. Yeah, but then that's not... Well, then I guess that's really kind of... It's unfair to really comment on him currently then, right? Because who knows how he's going to play when the controls are working properly. Which class Nexus are you planning to go for, Taz? Once you get proper build up, the red damage on the SP2 is like 60k every time. Okay. Okay. I think, yeah, because it would be a class awakening gem, so yeah, it would just depend what class you got. But I think between Omega and IHOL, if you've got the SIGs, I think the Omega awakening would be okay. But if you don't have a lot of SIGs to put into him, you probably don't want to prioritize him for awakening. I don't know if IHOP needs high SIG though. But yeah, I still think I'm going to go for the Mutant Nexus. I think I'm going Mutant all around for SOP. Okay. Fine. Cosmic, I'm rolling the dice for CGR. All right. And if you don't see CGR, what would be the alternatives that you'd be looking for? Buddy Lee, how you doing? How's the back doing? So Joe, you're gonna go the Nexus for Mutant and the 2 T5CC. Okay. Yeah, I think I knew pretty early on that I was going at least one skill T5CC, but I think I'm gonna go skill and science. And I'm going Mutant Nexus, 1 Mutant, 1 Mystic T5CC. Mutant T5CC because Mutant is awesome. Mystic because I will have 2 for the R4 Doom in the future. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm going 1 skill. Because I'm still like a long ways off from being able to R4 anybody. But I'm thinking maybe by the time I have the generic resources for an R4, I would have then gotten at least another skill T5CC. So get 1 on hand currently. I just need 1 more. I believe so. Lots of great mutant possibilities. Yeah. I really want mutant, but I saved a T5CC for him. Chorus R3 dupe. Okay. I want to avoid what happened yesterday. I went to evade Killwalker's L2, and I don't know why, but I just happened to dash back like 1 second too early. And then I got hit by his L2. There we go. R3 dupe for Chorus, Angel R2 dupe, Odin Surfer for Venom Pool or King Groot. Okay, so that's not bad then. You got a few options there. Supersonic, how you doing? How's your Tuesday coming along? Yeah, I want to get as many points up in at least the feature and the basic. Because depending on how long, I mean, they're saying only 2 hours for maintenance, so that's fine. And it usually doesn't go that much over what they estimate, so should be okay. But I'm just thinking, like, if it looks like it's going to go much over, I may just go to bed, so I won't get a second run in with the 6 stars. So try to get up as many points as I can now. Let's see, there's a small chance I'll go for Cosmic on the T5 class, but I doubt it. It'd be fun to have R3 Corvus. Yeah, R3 Corvus is pretty damn useful in incursions and in AQ. I don't really use him anywhere other than that, but at least those 2 areas, he is really good. I think, yeah, earlier, like Act 5, early Act 6. And then there's some circumstances in Act 7. And maybe a fight or 2 in Act 6, but anything longer. Back is getting better slowly, but that's good. That's good. And how long are you supposed to be off of work, or is it just a matter of recovery, kind of? Almost did him in. Almost. Oh, wow. He's almost going to do me in. There we go. Popping a 6-star crystal as we speak. Place your guesses. Deadpool X-Force. And the Penny Parker videos are coming out. Nice. Do you have Diablo as a 6-star top rate? Because for somebody not running Suicides, I wonder if it's I mean, he's still going to be good. Yeah, he's going to be good regardless, but I guess it's really only the Awakening that would be less critical if you're not running Suicides, really. Your damage would still be good, just as the same sustainability. I do have him, he looks pretty good, yeah. They put me on light duty for 2 weeks. So are you still working then? Like while your back's out? You pulled Doom? Seriously? Congratulations. Suicides are overrated, shown by the Legend leaderboard. Well, yeah, I think outside of Arena, I mean, they're still good for sure. They still have value. I just feel that outside of Arena, the value significantly decreases. If you're not a hardcore Arena grinder, yeah, I mean, well, I guess it depends though, right? If you've got, you know, the main Suicide-friendly champions, then you might want them just to take advantage of that. But outside of that, like regular use, I don't think I would use them if I didn't do Arena. And that's your first time for the Doom, right? That wasn't a dupe, that was the initial pull for him. Oh, now does that change what you would go for the Class Nexus Supersonic? I have him unduped as well, and I don't need his dupe at all since I don't run the... Yeah. You're working... Okay. Okay. What place were you, Tafre, on the Legends leaderboard? Were you like in the... Because the first time you were kind of in the middle, right? That's the initial pull. It was Doom sandwich between two... Oh, damn. Okay. Well, normally people's luck is the other way. You would have gotten the group between the two Dooms, but nice. You were 92nd in 7-1 and 63rd this time. Okay. Huh. Very good. I play them everywhere and don't play Arena, pros and cons, but for me, more pro. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think for sure. You know, some people are going to prefer playing them over others, but I think, at least for myself, I value them more for Arena than anything else. Yeah, if I didn't do Arena, I wouldn't run them. Actually, maybe considering my alliance that I'm in, we're not too war-centric. But if I didn't do Arena and I was in an alliance that was more concerned about war, then yeah, absolutely, I would not run them. R3 Ghost, AA, and CGR made the difference over R5 Ghost and AA. Also, Apocalypse Horseman. Yeah, I bet. And I mean, it is what it is, and yeah, I'm fine with it. But that is specifically why I took Archangel to rank 3. Was in preparation for 7-3 Legends run. Not that I was sure I was gonna try it, but I figured if I wanted to have a good shot at it, having Archangel at R3 would be beneficial. But yeah, I'm fine. You know, having him at R3, even though the Legends run isn't going to be possible. I don't... He definitely wouldn't be Yeah, I think Sun-Chi and Apocalypse will be my first R4s. And I don't see taking Archangel to R4 anytime soon. Thing is that I run Suicides most of the time and already have a max 5-star, so not too hyped to rank him up, but still something to think about. Yeah. Well, hey, and I mean, the thing with that, regardless if you think you're going to use him or not, he's still a good champion. Well, great champion. And if you ever need to bump up your prestige, you know, it's just a matter of a dupe and some Sig Stones, right? You don't need to be trying to get him. That part's done. Do you have any predictions on compensation from Command by the end of the month? No. The only thing that I'm expecting is 10 energy refills and 10 health pots. That's it. Other than that, yeah, I have no clue. I honestly don't think it will be any more than 10 energy refills and 10 health pots as far as that part of things go. But as far as like shards or energy refills or anything else, yeah, I have no idea. Now they did say something about compensating those who lost out on war rewards, but it looks like that's going to be just based off of your title or off of your progression title. And it's not going to be based off of where you were previous war season, which I think is kind of unfair because I would be getting the same rewards as somebody who finished in Master, who's Thronebreaker, right? And I think the last war season for my alliance, we were Gold 2. So because I'm Thronebreaker, I would get the same rewards as somebody at Master level that's Thronebreaker. And I don't really think that's fair. I think it should be based off of where you ended your last season. But yeah, outside of really don't think it's going to be anything substantial at all. Let's see. I have a friend who ranked 59th and he runs full suicides with Seek 200 Ghosts, planning over masteries. Yeah. Well, planning, but also just being good, right? I mean, you could have suicides and the best champions and just not be that good. Not necessarily good as in the gameplay, but like, well, I guess that would be partly the planning too. But as in, you know, having good counters, having a good team set up for it and stuff like that too. Mr. AQ, how you doing? I expect the same for compensation, mediocre at best. Yeah. Yeah. What? And they didn't really give any indication one way or the other. One thing I would be really interested to see, though, is when they, and I don't know if we're going to ever get to this point, but if they're able to say, okay, these control issues have been fixed, they're no longer present like they are currently, I don't know if at that point in time we would see another set of overall compensation, or this early compensation, that is it. That means that is it for the previous month that we've had, and for the next, who knows, 3 months, 4 months. Yeah, that is something I'd be interested to see. But it looks like from the post about it, it seemed like there were basically 3 things they were considering. One was compensation overall, which I think that would be the 10 revives, 10 health bots. The other was a kind of a thank you gift for sticking with them. And then the third would be something to make up for what people missed out on AQ. So when you bring all of those together, yeah. So I think the thank you portion of it, that would probably be shards or resources, like rank resources. The normal compensation, I think that should be energy refills, health pots, revives. I think it should be more than 10. And then the war compensation should probably be... yeah, I don't like the idea that it's based off of progression title, actually. Well, this is a loss. True, but skill plays a very small role when you have R3 goes with R3 horse with AA with the full synergy team. Probably. I guess it's better to have a low bar than a high bar. Yeah. Yeah, well, and so that's why I took Archangel to R3 to offer. Was I figured that may make up for some of my lack of skill. Um, not that just having him at R3 would be any guarantee of being successful, but I think it was going to help me a lot more than not having him. And I'm really glad I didn't awaken Ghost, actually, because I was going to with the generic, and it was mainly for a Legends run. That I would have been annoyed with, not at Kabam, but at myself, because I would have awakened her a lot earlier than need be. So yeah, I'm glad I ended up waiting, and I still have the gem. So, but I think most likely what I'm going to do, if we don't see some kind of awakening gem from the final summer pain challenge, then I'm going to use one of the generics on Nick Fury, I think. Been grinding? Very good. I don't consider doing arena grinding anymore. I just consider it beating the bots. Because if you're successful in the arena, you've had to beat a fair bit of bots, it seems. This Doom poll pretty much was the nail in the coffin for me, selecting a Mystic tomorrow. Question is, do I go Doom or Diablo? You mean for the class Nexus? They need to give us Thronebreakers 100,000 6-star shards? That's not happening. That is absolutely not happening. If that's the expectation, you will be very disappointed. Heard of rumored compensation for Hercules, since he can no longer tank an SP3 and go immortal. Guess Kabam fixed a bug, as they put it, but people are not happy. Want compensation ragdown tickets? No, I saw there's somebody who made a video about something. It wasn't related to Hercules, and one of the comments was something about that, and I replied to the person just saying what was the thing with Hercules, but they never responded to my question. But okay. Also, I had a double white Magneto 5 and 6 star, so I okay. Oh, that's a little bit later than normal. Well, no, because I did relog myself, but 40 minutes. Okay. I had a double white Magneto 5 and 6 star, so I was able to pre-fight 6 fights for AA every time I ran double white. Okay. Okay. Swap out the depleted white mags for Mr. Fantastic and Boss. Makes sense. Pre-fights made AA even faster, which is insane. Not for the Nexus, Doom, or Diablo 2. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, because you already have Diablo. Wait, you run Suicides though, right? Yeah. How close are you? Because you only have one Mystic T5CC currently. Let me tell a good compensation. I need 6 star 2 to 3 generic. Yeah, that's not happening. It's especially the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights for the bosses, the more potent dot and reduced power gain rate were clutch. I didn't see the Archangel bosses use Spidey. Yeah, I used that for Tagra. And maybe, I don't remember if I used it for Hitmonkey, but I used it for Tagra. And she never got to an L2. I don't remember if Archangel was... No, yeah, I did have Archangel already at rank 3 before I started 7-2. So it was a rank 3 Archangel. And I remember Tagra and Hitmonkey in particular, using him for those 2 bosses. And I think Hitmonkey may not have gotten to an L2 as well. But I know Tagra for sure, because I was pretty surprised. I did not expect it to be that fast. It was crazy. I don't think that Hercules issue warrants rank down tickets. It's clearly worded that an SP3 removes his immortality. Speaking of Diablo, he's insane for the Mystic Quest. Yeah, I haven't finished the Mystic Quest. I've only done it maybe three lanes, and I had Claire and Diablo, and I was thinking, well, Diablo's not that good because he can't remove buffs from the opponents. And then I don't remember, I was watching something and I'm like, oh, of course he can with his pre-fights. So I'm looking forward to doing the Mystic Quest of Cav EQ again with Diablo with his pre-fight activated. I think Claire would still be faster, but it would just obviously it would make him a lot better for it than he was when I was using him. I have one Mystic T5CC right now and can select another tomorrow. Okay. Well, I think because Doom with Suicides would only be bad for long fights. If it's a relatively short fight, Doom with Suicides is fine. And I think having the two of them at R3, nothing wrong with that. Now, like you said, you have Doom as a maxed 5-star already. So you'd want him at least R2 to surpass the 5-star. Yeah, having Diablo and Doom at R3 would not be a bad thing at all. I'm going to leave my Diablo at R2 for a while. And Doom, yeah, he's going to be at R2 for a while as well. But for me, that's mainly just because I don't have anything. The only benefit to having Diablo at R3 would be for AQ. So I use him for the minis. I'm not really patient enough for the white mags mini, so I don't do very well with Diablo there. But for the red mags mini, yeah, he works well for me. If I had more patience, the white mags would work well too. But, dude, just stay there and let me hit you. Yeah. Keep running away. Be a Hulk and just stand there, man. Come on. There we go. You should have been there yesterday. Oh, no, I think it was you. I think it was you that I was watching. And that's when I was like, oh, damn, I didn't do that right with Diablo at all. So I am actually, now for the most part, I usually only do monthly EQ when event quest completion is running. So I am kind of looking forward to that being back. For Tagger, I use Doom with the guaranteed crit hit, and Mr. Fantastic pre-fight 60k guaranteed so far. Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, whatever works, right? But I think I was done with Tagger within 45 seconds. It was definitely less than 2 minutes. Might have been a little bit more than a minute, but it was, I think it was 3 heavies. But I got lucky, though. I got lucky with it. So, because, yeah, I had a bunch of neurotoxins really quick. Which I suppose that is part of Archangel, right? There is some RNG to him as well. I used Hood for the Mystic Quest. He's amazing. Yeah, I mean, anybody that can nullify buffs are going to be good for the Mystic Cav EQ. Diablo works okay on the Mystic Quest on average with my R2 3540 hits. Finishes the fight. I cheesed all those fights. Hercules works outside war but not in war, so Kabam have a sneaky code. So Kabam have tails between their legs. Oh, so the immortality thing for Hercules with the L3, that's only a problem in war? Interesting. Yeah, well, at least with the nodes to counter Ghost and Quake, they were upfront about that. Well, but hey, if it is purposeful, the reason they wouldn't be is just because Hercules is brand new. But that being said, I don't think it's purposeful. I think it's probably a bug. But who knows, man? Like, there's so many things in this game now that... Oh, so, you know, like, the issue with Ghost, where you can't phase recoil anymore with the Hood synergy. And, you know, a lot of people are, oh, okay, it's a bug. It's because of the controls issue. Well, we don't know that for sure. I mean, probably that's the case. But for all we know, they may have just changed the recovery time on Ghost from her L2. Like maybe it, and I could see that considering they've already added nodes to War to decrease her value. So, I mean, and just changing her timing slightly changes, her ability to phase that recoil. So, I would have put anything past them. Diablo is cool and all, but his main use is still a synergy partner for the guaranteed Doom heavy, nothing more. No, I think Diablo is, yeah, okay, for you, fair enough, yeah. No, Diablo definitely has more use than just that. The sustainability on him alone is crazy. I have Doom and Diablo R3. I also use Diablo and AQ. Yeah, I use Diablo and AQ, but just for the minis. Well, like if I had different lanes, I could see using them for the lane. But for the lanes that I have for the 3 iterations, yeah, he's only. No, there's a couple fights I could use him on. I just find that the other 2 champions I usually take are better suited for most of the fights. Well, you did say at least for use, fair enough. Yeah, his regen is so good. I took him. Well, the thing is too, though, he gets a lot better with suicides, or as long as he's got a poison on him, he becomes so much more sustainable. But I think he's definitely top 5 Mystic. Maybe top 3 with suicides. Even with suicides, I would still see Doom. Well, I would definitely use Claire over Doom with suicides. But I still see him valuable with suicides. So with suicides, I put Claire, Doom, probably Diablo, and then maybe Sorcerer Supreme, and the 5th I don't really know who I'd put. And then without suicides, I'd probably go Doom. I don't know where Claire would be in there, actually. Maybe Sorcerer Supreme 2 or 3, and then Claire in the other spot. I went Tigra versus Tigra. Sustainability is obsolete when you have Doom, because Doom can't die. The whole community is against True Focus, so they might have changed the timing of Ghost purposely and removed the True Focus. Did they remove True Focus, though? Because that's a node... Because that node went live for the off-season, right? They weren't waiting until Season 28 to implement it, I don't think. Well, I'm not sure. Well, no, I would assume they would leave True Focus, because that's meant to counter both Ghost and Quake, right? Diablo is 3rd best Mystic, easy, and with suicides, I will argue him over Doom just because Doom will lose value the longer that fight is. Yeah, but I mean, before going into the fight, you know if it's a long fight or not. So that it's kind of irrelevant, right? Like, you're not going to take Doom to a long fight when he's running suicides regardless. So, and that's why I was saying, like, I still have value for him even when I'm running suicides. I wouldn't use him in Abyss with suicides. I would use him in, like, the villain variant if I'm running suicides. Or, well, Arena is irrelevant. Or, well, yeah, I use him in Event Quest. Not very much, though. But for Event Quest, I've always got Nick and DPX. So that might be an unfair consideration. But, because, yeah, that's not always going to be present. But see, I think that's the thing, right? Like, why... rankings for things, there is no one universal ranking, because it really depends on everybody's specific rosters and circumstances. Because, yeah, like, somebody who doesn't have Nick and DPX running Doom with suicides, they're not gonna drop off the bleed and heal up each fight, right? So right off the bat, that's a huge benefit. So because they don't have the ability to do that, Doom overall would take a lot more damage as you move through the path. And I'm liking iHulk more and more. And I'm liking, well, no, I'm still pretty much the same for Dragon Man, but I did come to realize my problem with Dragon Man was for longer fights anyways, just not waiting to use my L3 first. I was using my L2 too soon. True focus counters all evade miss mechanic champs from what I've heard. Ranking for champions. Yeah, but the purpose of it was to counter Quake and Ghost. I mean, that's specifically what they said, was they were introducing that because of Quake and Ghost. But yeah, it is going to affect other champions too. The closest thing to a best champ in a class is probably Doom. Maybe with Suicide is very close with Claire. Yeah. Well, I think that Apocalypse is the best in the mutant class. I think initially I thought that when you consider synergies, but the more I play him, or the more I played him, I consider him the best in general for the mutant class. And then I would put Omega Red as second, even though I don't have my 6-star Omega at R3 or duped. And I don't really use the 5-star very often. iHulk is still staying as my first R4. Time for the wait. See, it's all parents because it's who you prefer. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think like a tier list has purpose and it has use. Even though it's going to be based on somebody's preference or somebody's roster, but if you're not that familiar and you're kind of starting out and you're looking for, like, oh, who should I rank? Well, having a list that has a suggestion is better than not having anything, right? But it's still good to be able to, ask questions of people and say, hey, these are the champions I have. Who do you think? Right? But if you don't have that, yeah, having a list to look at is a good idea. But I don't think, like if you have somewhat of a roster, you kind of know what you're doing, I don't think ranking just based off a tier list makes much sense. And I don't think Spider-Gwen is making much sense right now. I have Dragon Man versus Can't Stop, Won't Stop, spam SP3. But there's not really a best champion because it's all opinions. Yeah, I suppose. But then it also, you could look at like the abilities and where champions are applicable, blah, blah. And you could figure out, do a list and say, well, hey, this champion in particular ticks all of these boxes, right? And that would be beyond preference. Like for example, if you need power control, well, all of the power control champions are going to be good there. But this power control champion also does, high damage, blah, blah. So when I use Dragon Man, I basically just cycle SP3 and maybe finish it with SP2 Dragon. Yeah. See, and that was my problem with him, is that I'm just not patient, which is kind of silly. Considering using suicides, you'd think I'd be used to not throwing specials. But for whatever reason, with Dragon Man, I would start off with a heavy, become unblockable, and I always try to rush in. And some champions, you can get in there and hit them with your unblockable. Others will intercept you because the recovery is too quick. But I would always try the same thing. But yeah, if I save for the L3, get them into their corner, and play him properly, yeah, much better. Without suicides, I'd say Archangel, Apocalypse, and Mags are pretty close to each other or above. Without suicides, I'd still put Apocalypse as the best mutant. Yeah. I mean, just the possibility of all the immunities takes a bit of time, but of all of the immunities he can have, the damage he can have, the tier list has uses, but it's the creator's preference. Yeah. Um, yeah. And you could absolutely have different tier lists for different situations too. Like, yeah. I think that's the beauty of everybody having different situations. Everybody will draw their own opinion, and our accounts look different, and we can learn. Yeah, and see, that's one of the things I don't really like too much. When somebody ranks a champion that someone else may consider not good or useless or whatever, if we all did the same thing, then everybody's rosters would be exactly the same. Now, you might not have certain champions, but let's just say we all had the same champion. Well, then everybody, the ranks would be exactly the same. But if we all have the same champions, because different people like different champions, there's the variety, which is, makes sense. Actually, doesn't really depend on suicides. Archangel, Mags, and Apocalypse are probably the absolute best. And with suicides, you can add OR to the list. Omega doesn't depend that much on suicides, actually. He obviously does more damage, but that goes without saying. Everybody with suicides does more damage. But as far as his death field, he just activate his L2 and he's got his death field. Or if you're playing Biohazard or something like that, there's a comparison video of the damage with Omega Red having suicides and without, and it's actually not that far apart. I think you probably notice a much bigger difference with Ghost, with or without suicides, than you do for Omega Red. Who needs immunities when Archangel finishes fights in 10 seconds? Yeah. My tier list for girls: Thormex, Venom the Duck, G2099, and a few others. Never rush in. I still make that mistake from time. Yeah. Yili 2099, I came to that realization in the villain variant. Who was I using? Might have been Doom I was using against her. But yeah, she ends up recovering too fast. And so yeah, with her, if I knock her down, I do not try to dash in. I just let her get up. But she's the only one that I'm consistent in not making that mistake.
Ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, I'm currently running incursions with Agent. Thank you for the follow. By the way, I'm currently running incursions with R3, Archangel, Apox, and Mags, and it's so fun. Yeah, I can see that. Also, Apocalypse is like the god of all mutants, even in the comics, so it does make sense him being the best. I actually agree after thinking about it a little. Well, of course, because I'm right. Of course you're going to agree. Yeah, well, I mean, initially, I used to say Apocalypse was the best considering synergies. And then Omega Red, just as a standalone. And this, I mean, it was kind of silly because this was before I really used Apocalypse. But now that I actually use him, I absolutely consider him the best. And here's the thing, though, because people will be able to say in certain circumstances that somebody is better. That's absolutely true. But all around, Apocalypse is the best. You're grinding right now? Very good. Very good. Are you going for a champion in particular, Agent, or just milestones and battle chips? I think White Mags is very underrated. Actually, I want to use him. I use him for synergies and for his pre-fight, but that's it. But I do kind of actually want to start using him. It's kind of the same as where I was with Apocalypse. For the first... quite a while, actually, when I first had Apocalypse, I only used him to make others a horseman. And then after using him in the Gauntlet, I value him for himself. Holy crap, that's a pretty quick. 2 crashes, like, within 20 minutes. Interested take on OR. Still don't have a 5-star, let alone a 6-star OR, so I have zero clue on how his damage is. Yeah, well, because the thing is, like, and I thought it was the case as well. Like, everybody says, oh, you know, he needs high sig, he needs suicides. So I assumed that was the case as well. And then I think it was Kingslayer where he does his comparison videos. He put one up of Omega Red with and without suicides. Same Omega Red, so same sig level. And the suicide one was done the fight in about 15 to 30 seconds ahead. So it wasn't like, it is absolutely a difference, but it's not as big of a difference as people make it out to be. So the critical thing for him is the high C. And I'm kind of thinking to take my 6-star to R3 unduped, because I know he's going to be duped, whether it be from the arena in a while or if I use a gem on him. Because I do want to try him. And actually, I don't. Well, I've made him a horseman and used him in the mutant quest for Cav difficulty. And I like him a fair bit like that. I haven't really used him as a non-horseman, though, for the 6-star. Yeah, he was my most wanted mutant for quite a while. Apocalypse doesn't even need synergies, no. I'm not really fully good. I'm only level 17, but got some pretty good players. Okay. So you're pretty new to the game then. All right. What do you think of it so far? You think it's something you see playing for a while, or? 28 mins or 3, a little after the hour. I never got crashes like this. iPad is getting so. Are you crashing a lot as well, Billy? Huh. I think White Mag is overrated. His damage isn't that good. Doesn't heal block metal champions like Red Mags. If he had more Red Mag utility, then I would say he is good. But his purpose isn't supposed to be the same as Red Mags. Like they when they buffed them, they wanted them to be like very separate and very unique purposes. So White Mags, his purpose was supposed to be more of a support champion, and that's why he has the pre-fight. But I think he probably has potential on his own to be a decent champion. Maybe not to the level as a damage dealer as Red Mags, but that's fair. That's not what he's meant for. But I've never actually played him. I'm struggling to save the rest of my tries till after Summoner Showdown leaderboard is updated. Shouldn't it be up by now? Let's see. I mean, I used to play this game years ago, but I only started playing it full time like a month ago. Okay. Buddy Lee, who are using Hercules. You know, it's kind of funny. So the thing with Hercules for the King Groot, I think a lot of people with high-end accounts, they're going to have the 6-star Hercules, but they're probably not going to have the 5-star Hercules. And the people with the 5-star Hercules might not be people that would really be competing in the Summoner Showdown. So I think it's kind of a little bit of a funny conundrum. Okay. Oh, I want to bookmark this with the leaderboards. Yeah, that's odd. I would have thought that that the leaderboard would have been updated within 24 hours of it being released, because it's been out for 24 hours. More, yeah, just over 24 hours. Okay. How many tries do you have left, buddy? Let me see here. Oh, I think the Penny Parker early access bundles are out now too. Okay. Yeah, so there's people opening those. Let me check this here. 20-something tries more. Okay. Are you happy with the times you've had so far, or you feel you could do a lot better? Okay. I think Ghost is the absolute best if everything lines up perfectly for that fight, but you need the absolute perfect run. Best damage-wise? Well, yeah, probably damage-wise, and then possibility if you've got Hood, sustainability. Berserk, I want white mags for the pre-fight. I only have the 4-star, and that passive stun can come in handy. Yeah, it's useful for like right now for the rogue boss in Cav EQ. I only got really good because somehow I got 2 4-star crystals and I leveled them up to over 1200 strength. His pre-fight is OP. Top right used Ghost and Tigra. Fastest time with Tigra. Hercules and Tigra. I don't know why I wrote Ghost. Tigra, that is very interesting. Okay. Well, good luck with it, buddy. And it's the top 3. No. It's the top 3 from every region that advance, right? Yeah. Okay. So the leaderboard will be the top 10, and it's the top 3 from that move up. I feel like I might be just outside of top times, maybe, but I have only heard of one faster time. Okay. I'm not bothered with Summoner Showdown. I will do it just to have it done. But I can't qualify because my country can't qualify. Okay. Are you in India, Berserk? I have used Tigra, but my 5-star is not ranked since I have the R3. I was pretty interested to see the leaderboards last year too, but after the first round, like of the qualifier rounds, I really didn't pay attention to the Summoner Showdown. But this year, I think I will probably follow it as it moves along. South Africa. Oh, okay. Proxima video was with boosts. I'd seen a video on Proxima getting it done in under. Okay. Yeah, and you can't use boosts for items, right? To qualify? I was one away from getting this one for 5-star, but it wasn't like multiplayer unlock. It was like Alliance. Okay. I also lost over 5 seconds because my phone ran out of space when recording. It stopped my game and paused it. Oh boy. Ooh. I don't know if you've tried it all, buddy, but you could you're using OBS when you're streaming, right? Or maybe just making videos in general. Because what you could also do, you could record directly to your computer rather than recording on your phone, which is kind of nice because then you don't need to, like, if you're doing any video editing, you don't need to transfer the file to your computer. It's already there. That's an auto disqualification then. Wow, look at Relentless coming out with the rules. The Summoner Showdown fight is at least a lot more competitive compared to last year's. The difficulty of the fight is pretty good. Okay. Well, I think you've had people complaining now that it's 5 stars and they don't want to rank up a 5 stars, so they're not going to participate. I mean, regardless what they do, there's going to be complaint. Like, there's never going to be the perfect situation. And I just realized I should have been using attack boosts all this time. Damn it. Barrowman with Proxima don't qualify due to country as well. Okay. Although I thought he said he wasn't going to be competing. I keep opening these 1 chests that you can unlock a player but only keep getting gold. Yeah. Are those the battle chips you're talking about? Because, yeah, dude, like the main thing you're going for from the battle chips is units. But yeah, you absolutely go through times where all you get is gold. And then, of course, if you were looking for gold, you probably end up getting units. uh, I need to get a direct wire connection for using OBS. Okay. So how do you stream when you do stream? And you're using an iOS device and a Windows computer, right? The 5-star thing is an issue, but my stance was do this on a separate server with a select set of masteries with every 5-star available. Not profitable, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I mean, I think that's what they do when they have this competition in person. Um, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, because it wouldn't really be any different than just running a beta server, right? To be able to do that, so. Screen mirroring app, Android device, and Windows. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've only been doing this with a iPhone and a Mac computer, so it makes it, yeah, it makes it pretty straightforward. But yeah, if you're using an iOS and a PC, I think it does become a little bit more complicated. Barbara Ann, how you doing? How's your day coming along? So after this, I think time is it 12. And maintenance should be about 9 my time. Yeah, so after this, I'm going to put up 500,000 points in the Summoner Trials, and then I'll go over to the Basic Arena. Probably put up a couple million in the Basic. And then, oh, and I'm only going to have one more run of the 6 stars, and then I'm done anyway, so I probably won't even try to do the 6 stars again tonight. So yeah, I probably won't wait around until maintenance is done. But I doubt I'll be sleeping, so maybe I'll just do it anyways. It is exactly like a beta server, yeah. Completed Act 5 today. Moleman is R5, but I have no gold to level him up. Well, congratulations on getting Act 5 done, though. And then as far as gold goes, we will have a gold boost starting Monday? Yeah, starting Monday. What do you recommend for somebody level 18 should be playing? Well, I would say just work through what you're able to. So you'd be at the lower acts, probably like what, Act 1, 2? Maybe Act 3? So yeah, just be playing through that. You wouldn't really have a roster at that point to do much in Arena, even in the Summoner Trials. Yeah, just work your way through the act content. You're going to be picking up resources by doing that. You'll be getting shards, so you'll be able to build your roster that way. It's a little bit slow to start out, but I mean, that's how most things are, right? It's going to take a little bit of time to get a roster going and stuff. But he can do Elgato, but can stream straight to YouTube and have stream up on PC and read chat. I'm on Act 2. Yeah, so I would just suggest just, taking your time getting through that. And then as your 4 and 3 star roster grows, you could start getting into Arena. I wouldn't necessarily say to go hardcore in Arena, but if you're wanting to play the game but you're out of energy, yeah, just do some Arena fights until you have a bit of energy and go back and forth. Yeah, Arena's a great way, just to kind of zone out for the game. You still get to play the game, use the characters, so on and so forth. But there's really nothing at stake other than time. It's not going to cost you any resources unless you're competing unless you're competing against the bots. Which Kabam could have given gold for Showdown like last year? I know my next rank up after I level out Moman. Who will your next one be? Got like 10 or 15 refill things for energy. Yeah, so if you've got energy refills, then you could just keep going through the story content. But don't use them all up. Like take your time with it, just so that you've always got some on hand. And then whenever you're, wanting to refill your energy, just go into Arena for a bit. Arena is a great place to learn the game as well. I've had a ton of practice playing thanks to Arena. Great for a new player. Yeah. The only thing is, like, if you're trying to achieve anything from Arena, you want to make sure you have a little bit of a roster. Someone who I got from Act 5 completion 5-star crystal. Okay. You want to keep it secret? All right. Venom Pool. I have Ghost Mag, Sunspot, all that good stuff, but I want to take up champions. Are like, absolutely. Not meta. No, I think first and foremost, you should be ranking champions you like to play. Because if you don't like playing a champion, even if they're a good champion or they're gonna get you through stuff, if you don't like playing it, you're probably not gonna have fun. And if you're not having fun playing a game, well, what's the point? So yeah, absolutely, rank up champions that you enjoy. Just to do the Spider-Man thing, because if I save up those tickets, I can awaken my players. Yeah, those are... It's a slow going, but yeah, it's not too difficult to get those snapshots. Especially if you're doing the lower difficulties of the monthly EQ. Well, it's just the boss fights, really. But you need to do the lanes to get to the boss fight, obviously. So. Oh, this is going to be a race. I won. I thought I'll just get better just using the strongest players, but no, I gotta use like other players. They should have given Venompool Spider-Verse in buff, I think. But Venompool is a villain, isn't he? Is he a villain or a mercenary? Would have been my ticket for Variant 7 since I don't have Venom. Yeah, I think... Because only the heroes are Spider-Verse. Yeah, villain. Okay. Don't you have to use Spider-Verse in Variant 7? No, I think it's Variant 5? Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the 7th one. Because I think it's this... Wait, is it 2? Am I getting all confused? Which that could absolutely happen. Tech or skill? Yeah, no, Variant 7 is class-based. Yeah, and it's Variant, so that's 7, that's 6. It's Variant 5 where you would need the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Yeah, it's Variant 5. Oh, that's shitty. So, oh no, he'd still be good as a symbiote though. Yeah, he'd still be usable as a symbiote there. But for variant, he'd still be usable for variant 7, just for the cosmic portion. So, is variant 5 for Spider-Verse and Mystic, is Venom Pool, any of those. He would only be, so you'd be able to use him for variant 6, which is the villain 1, and you'd be able to use him for variant 7 as a based on the plastic. But yeah, he wouldn't be applicable in variant 5. No, he would be, because he's a symbiote. Just make sure. Yeah, of course he's going to be tagged as a symbiote. Yeah, tagged as a symbiote. Also, symbiote, I forgot, yeah. Is... have you noticed 3 fights in arena, but only gives 1 win for an objective, i.e. 3 wins, 1 more for sunglasses? Really? Because... okay. Oh, speaking of which, I don't think I've played my sunglasses. Should probably do that. So I have Mags, Moleman, and Ghost for variant 6, Moleman and King Groot, and future Venom Pool for extra large at least. Yeah. So in near future, I should be able to do my first variant. You know what? So Venom, regular Venom, is really good for variants. He's applicable to like 5 of them. So Venom Pool, to counter Spider-Verse champions, Venom Pool can do it. It's not as quick as Venom can do it, because as soon as the fight starts, Venom Pool counters the Spider-Verse, or Venom counters the Spider-Verse. Venom Pool, it's a little bit RNG dependent, but he can be as effective. So Venom Pool would be applicable for quite a few of the variants as well. The one day I was being silent about the sunglasses, see what happened? Yeah. I may have already collected them though, I'm not sure. I'm going to find out in a second here. You know, I'm a little bit disappointed in Kabam that they didn't change that. I get why they did it initially. They got called out on it. They did make some adjustments. But I am honestly a little bit disappointed in them that they didn't simply put like a little red marker there when your sunglasses are ready to be picked up. I get that they've got the pulsing blue, but that is definitely not as noticeable as a red number. How long did it take you to get great characters? It took a while, but I started playing about a year after the game was out. Yeah, a little bit more than a year after. So when I started, it wasn't as though I had much catch up to do. And my 5-star roster, I got really lucky. I got good 5-star champions very quickly. For the 6 stars though, it took a while until I got 6-star champions that I was happy about. So who do you feel the better rank up choice is, Hela or King Groot? I don't use either of them, but I would probably go with... well, I think Hela is bugged currently, though, so I don't know the way it is right now. I don't know if that would be a fair decision to make. So, yeah, considering how Hela is working right now, Hela. But considering how she is supposed to work, probably King Groot. Because I think as it is currently, Hela's, the Furies are not falling off, if I'm not mistaken. I don't play her, so I'm not sure. And I've only seen one comment about it. But she was being used for Summer of Pain. Just because of the damage she was able to do, she was able to get through fights so quickly. Without her being bugged, I don't know if she would have been used there at all. My luck with some pulls have been insane. The one thing I find really crazy is you really go through phases. Like you'll go through a period of time of just getting crap champions, and then you'll go through a phase of like almost every pull or every second pull just being a crazy good champion. Like I got Apocalypse Doom, Warlock, all within like 2 months. And that's just random pulls. And then, so Sumshi and Claire, those don't really count because that was from Arena. So that's not... There is some luck to that, but it's not really... Well, it's definitely not as RNG-based as the Crystals. When it comes to quality of champions, my roster for being 99% free to play is pretty good. Nice. Yeah, when I first started, well, no, not when I first started, because I went probably about 6 months, 8 months, where I really didn't play. I had the game, and I didn't play very much. But when I started concentrating on the game and being more active, I went probably a year and a half where I was spending a fair bit. And even when 6 stars were first introduced, I was still spending a fair bit. But for the last 2.5 years, the only times I've spent are the big offers and a couple of the monthly offers. But definitely not to what I used to. She's bugged. He used her for Summer of Pain as well. Everyone seem high on King Groot. Might take him up instead. Yeah, can you take 4-star into Act 6? No. No, you cannot. So I think their reasoning for that, like they gave I don't remember what the reason was they gave for it, but it basically came down to they wanted people to be spending for 5 stars, for 5 and 6 stars. Because 4-star rosters at the time that Act 6 came out, 4-star rosters were very developed. So people would have been able to go through a lot of Act 6 and get stuff done with 4 stars, meaning the requirement for 5 and 6 stars would have been greatly decreased. But because you can only use 5 and 6 stars, well then you have to have 5 and 6 stars. And that goes for both using the champion or even just taking them in for synergy purposes. So. Got long time resource collecting ahead of me for cap push then. Yeah, I think honestly, even to this point, like it's still a kind of shitty decision that they did there. Yeah. I feel like you should be able to use your characters wherever you want. Okay, so put up 500,000 in Summoner Trials as the game crashes, and I'll be right back. And back I am. Mr. Lawrence, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Okay. Ooh, and now we will run an attack boost. Should actually run. Let me see. So I have any health boosts? I never use those. I've only got one. Man. Yeah, let's just run these. Will give us a few more points here and make the matches a little bit quicker. Go. My day is coming along well. How's your day coming along? It's alright. Not too bad. Getting through the arena, trying to make sure I'm in a good spot before we hit maintenance. Bane paths cause you nightmares? Yeah. Your timing isn't good. It can definitely not not work out well. So what have you been up to, Lawrence? What have you been doing to keep yourself busy? Brute force isn't fun either? Yeah, so with ones like that, well, brute force, that's the one where you just have to hit every so often, right? Otherwise you degen? But yeah, so those kind of fights where if you're not hitting, there's a repercussion. You just got to be more aggressive. But then with Bane, you also have to be careful on... You don't want it to be when you're out of your combo when the Bane is on you. So yeah, you just need to be timing the fight pretty well. What I've been up to is probably not suitable for sharing the stream. Well, somebody's got to populate the earth, right? So, you know, it's part of life. If you really want to know, I'll tell you. Well, go for it. And there's always the ability to remove comments from chat, so... 6-star is rough with passive AI. Wait, let me close my window. We're done with this. Man, they've been out there working on the road for a while. Damn. There we go. Never seen AI throw the special when it's time when it has brute force. Oh. Okay, so they have unfazed. No, is that? Yeah, I think that's unfazed. I think that's that. Mastery. Running around the garden naked again, singing "I'm so pretty." That's the long and short of what happened. How's the weather been for you guys? Ooh, let me take these off. It's gotten pretty cool and rainy here, which is good because, well, we didn't have as bad of a heat wave as we did at the beginning of July, but yeah, it was getting pretty warm. But hopefully this helps with the forest fires, although that's the province to the west, so they need the rain big time. Freezing and wet and windy. Okay. Yeah, it's not freezing. It's cooler than what it was, but it's not cold. Before I got uncollected, I never understood when people say gold is probably for free to play. Well, it becomes a problem the more champions you get. Trying to work with this chat is distracting funny. I'm trying to work too, but, you know, I gotta read chat. Hey, Relentless, where are you on your face reveal? How close are you? Either you sell soul for arena or whale. Yeah, there's no way around. Well, but to be honest though, as your roster increases, the arena gets easier. Easier as in you don't have to spend as much time in it. And if you're not going for a champion, it's not that bad. But again, depending on roster. If you don't have many champions, then yes, it's going to be terrible. But if you've got quite a few champions, and you're not trying to get new champions out of it, it's not too bad. Like if you're just going for milestones all around, yeah, you could be done in a day. Again, depending on how big your roster is. If it was my lunch break, I would jump on and help you 100%. Oh, dude, it's all good. I'm sitting around 85, so 15 more. Hey, wait, do I have your... Hang on, let's see something here. Oh, hey, didn't you just get a character from the arenas? I saw your name on one of the leaderboards. How to get gold from arena? I don't really know. Like, because you have to pay gold to do each match, right? Now, you do get gold when you win. And you also, with the shards and then duping champions, so on and so forth. Okay, yeah, we do have you. So, there you go. Y'all can go check out Mr. Relentless Grinds. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Go check him out, hit that subscribe, and get to see his pretty face. And then Lawrence can go and harass someone else. When you get battle chips and open them, they're mostly gold. Yeah. Well, unless you're trying to get gold, then you'll get units. Doesn't it take ages for 15,000 gold? From doing arena matches, yes. But if you are getting the shards, opening champion crystals, duping, opening battle chips, so just doing the fights in arena, yes, it takes a long time. But when you look at everything else you're getting from arena, no, it can contribute toward accumulating gold. It's 100 battles for 10,000 chips. Well, it depends what bracket you're doing, because you get less battle chips from the 4 stars. You get the most from the 6 stars. So, oh crap, I should have looked to see how many I got just there. I think it's 30 per fight. I don't harass anyone, I just outstay my welcome. So Relentless, if you start streaming, what do you think you're going to... What would you stream? Would it be like more EQ or arena, or... Because I think the only one that... I actually might be one of the few that like only do arena. Because even Lord Shadow does a fair bit of other stuff. And like in the past 3 months, maybe only 5 times have I been streaming something that wasn't arena, like for the whole stream. But I think, to be honest though, watching somebody do arena could be pretty boring. Gold is such a bottleneck. I fell to 29 million recently. Damn, dude. 29 million. Damn. You have to like take out some loans or something. Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling the gold pinch. So Monday is going to be a pretty nice time for a lot of people. I also have incursions to do, Sector 6 few zones and Sector 7. Yeah, incursions are good for gold too. If I could find people to do Sector 7, that would be a pretty hefty amount of gold. Yeah. Are you on the UMCOC podcast Discord? Because they have a channel there for alliance recruitment and for people looking for incursion partners, and they've got over 11,000 members on their Discord. So I would think that would be a really good place to find an incursion partner. I'm gonna get that 6-star Pat Pool bundle. Wish me luck. All right, dude. You know, I was thinking about it, but I don't. So I was thinking about getting the sigil in order to pick up the 2 Pat Pool offers. But I think I would only get one of them, so it's not worth getting the sigil. Well, I might do it depending how close. Let me see here. Let's see. Because depending on how close the next featured 6-star is. Okay, so there's only 12 more days. Probably not going to be worth it. So wait, 12 more days. And the next featured 6-star changes in 48 days. And I would have it for 30. So I could wait until we've got 2 days left. No, that still wouldn't do it. Yeah, so I'm not going to. I could see getting this one. Spending the 7,500 5-star shards, I'd be fine with. But I'm not going to spend 7,500 6-star shards for... Yeah, no, I don't think so. I hate Black Widow, but also like her. Any ideas why my fingers always smell of peanut butter? Probably because you put them in a peanut butter jar. About to open 5-star. Hoping my luck to go on. Let us know who you get. I just have 2 million gold now. Well, just hold on until Monday. I have 3 left arms of the 6-star now. Yep. Got 1 head, 3 left arms, 2 right arms for the 6-star, 1 head, 2 body for the 5-star. Yeah. Oh, actually, we should be seeing Fat Pool pieces in Arena pretty soon. Because the last time he came around, they did the same thing. We had some from offers, some from the Black ISO market, and then there were some from Arena. And I think the top Arena prizes were you got to pick the piece. So I spent the 75 shards because I have nobody I'm looking for specifically. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. But in my case, I'm saving for the next 6-star featured. So as many shards as I can get, I'm looking for. There's nobody in the featured that I want in particular. If I got Hercules, I'd be happy. If I got Penny Parker, I'd be happy. But there's nobody that's going to be in the featured that I really want to get, and that's why I'm saving. It's just that the last few openings I've done were all... Well, not all. I did get Mole Man as a new character. But most of the 6-star openings I've done in the last little while were dupes that I did not want. So I figured, well, at the very least, I prefer a new... Even if it's a shitty new 6-star, I prefer that. So yeah. And considering what the last couple 6-star features have been, I don't think there's going to be any existing champions that would be in there that I really want. But like if Ghost, Omega Red, Nick Fury, if any of those were in there, yeah, that would really add value to that 6-star featured. I went for 2 of this featured using the 13,000 sigil ones. Got Mr. Negative along with the first time dupe on Angela. I'm done, probably not going to risk more with the crappy pool. Angela actually wouldn't be too bad. I'm probably going to go for her from the basic arena. And I'm just hoping that whoever is in the featured at the time is somebody that people really want so that the basic is lower. Oh, let me see something. I don't think I have Super Skrull as a 5-star. Because if not, I might try to get him from the next basic arena. Because I don't think he's going to go very high. Yeah, okay, I don't have him as a 5-star. I'd probably go for him round 2 though. Which one were you in? Right here. Because I want to increase my 5-star roster a fair bit before Omega Red is in the arena. Pretty decent haul for only 2 crystals, especially discounted. Yeah, it's not bad. And even though Angela's an older champion, having her duped is not a necessity, but to get the best out of her, yeah, you want her awakened for sure. Predictions for the skull or for the scroll? I think he's going for like 5 million with Starkey's in the future. Well, let's have a quick look right after this one. Yeah, I don't think very high. I would say the 6-star probably 28 to 35 million, and the 5-star probably 12 to 15. Probably closer to 12. Only because for the top 5%, you're at about 10 or 11 million. And I don't think it's going to be much more than that to get them as a 5-star. 14 million for 5-star? Yeah, I'd say that's... Yeah. Let's see here. This comes up. Okay, prepare yourselves. It's going to get bright. It's going to get bright up in here. Nope, not that. Yes, that. Okay. All right. Let me actually just move this around a little bit too. Because if I'm going to... I may as well just make it the full screen, right? Yeah. Point is well. Wait, why won't it let me? Ah, there we go. There we go. Blow that up a little bit. Okay. So that would be the basic. So I don't know. Who would you figure would be more useful, Psycho Man or Super Skrull? Although Super Skrull will be, since the arena's been changed, he'll be the first Cosmic Champion. I think he's going to go under Psycho Man. Yeah. What did I say? I said 28 to 35? Yeah, I would stick with that. I'd say 28 to 35. The only thing, it could be kind of like the Psycho Man, because it's, people are expecting him to go low. It would be a new 6-star. So because of that, we could see 38 to 42. But I would still go 28 to 35. And then for the 5-star, yeah, I'd still say 12 to 15. Yeah, because Starkey is going to go high. As this is the first opportunity to pick him up as a 6-star. I would say Starkey. Yeah, 130 plus. I'd say Starkey maybe. Yeah, I'd go 138. Yeah. So definitely not somebody I'm going to be in the arena for. But maybe Super Skrull. For the 5-star for sure. But maybe for the 6-star. The only reason I wouldn't go for the 6-star is just because I will be going for Angela as a 6-star. And I won't be using my 6-stars there. But I'll be running the full 5-star roster each opportunity. The only champion I see using my whole 6 and 5 star roster in the basic 4 would be Omega Red. And that's still quite a ways away. And if I get them duped prior to that, well, yeah, I wouldn't be going for them in the arena at all. Actually, because if that were to happen, I wouldn't really care anymore about new 5 stars. Because the only reason I'm going for new 5 stars is just to expand the 5-star roster so that when I go for Omega Red, that grind is a little bit easier. But yeah, if I already have him duped, then I don't really care. Let's see. You're on mute? No, I just wasn't talking. I have done that, though. I have definitely done that. Usually it's at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, the beginning of the stream, because it used to be like in the intro screen, I would have the mic active there. And then I would have it muted just because, at the beginning I wasn't talking or whatever. But then I would forget to unmute it. And so I'd start the stream talking. And there was a couple times where I'd be talking for like 5 minutes or something. And then somebody's like, hey, can't hear you. I'm like, oh, damn. There was one time too, I think I was streaming for about half an hour. And the chat wasn't working. And because the chat wasn't working, I was just like, oh, I guess there's nobody watching, nobody's commenting. And then somebody sent me a message on Discord to say the chat wasn't working. I was like, oh, that explains things. Okay. This dude was on a special 3, but he did not fight for 2 seconds. But standing there, but then I realized. Okay. Why were you on mute? I wasn't on mute. I just wasn't talking for a minute. I was reading something. You haven't streamed or anything in a while, eh, Lawrence? Yeah, I don't think I've seen any new notifications for you for a while. I lost this one, I know it. How long have you been playing, Agent? Why would you not want to talk to us? I just don't understand. Well, sometimes it's just the way it goes. So what do you think of this stream layout, Lawrence? Like where it's the full gameplay screen with just a few things on top. Actually, wait, let me show. I was working between this, and I'll show what the other idea was that I was. Were we bad? Just you. Years, but never really got good until now that I play every day. Yeah, like anything else, right? The more you do something, the better you get. So, Well, I mean, that's a good thing with this game, though. It could absolutely be played as a very casual, you log in here and there, or it can be played as, you do it every day. Stream layout works at a really busy time. Okay, fair enough. And I think I'm going to need to relog too. But anyway, so I'm thinking to go like between this or this. Yeah. So I'm not too sure. Not too sure. The only reason why I like this one a little bit is that I'm thinking to have like some kind of scrolling text at the bottom. So if I do decide to do that, then it's already set like this and it's no real difference other than having the text at the bottom. Whereas if it's the full gameplay screen, having scrolling text, I think would be a little bit distracting. So. I'll be messing around with it here and there over the next little while, probably. Because like this way, which class nexus are you choosing? I think mutant. I'm pretty sure mutant. Previously it was definitely mutant, and then so the reason I'm planning mutant is simply that would be the least chance for a miss or to be unhappy with something. But I don't know if that's the way I should be looking at it. I don't know if I should be looking at it like that, or what has the possibility of giving me something that could actually impact the account. And in that case, I think science would be the way to go. Because a torch would still, I don't have a 5-star torch. So a 5 or 6-star torch would be great. The only thing is with a 5-star, I don't think I would take beyond R3 for the most part. So the 5-star would kind of be irrelevant. Well, unless something came up that I saw, for a lane or for a fair bit of stuff, he was going to be a necessity. Then I would consider taking him to rank 5. A 6-star I-bomb would be nice as well. But then when I think of mutant, and the thing is too, with science, there could be a ton of misses, right? The only dupe for science that I would want currently would be I-Hulk. For mutant, a new Namor or Red Mags. Red Mags would probably get more use than a 6-star Namor, just because of needing the high sig. New Havoc would be good. A dupe on Archangel, a dupe on Professor X, a dupe on Omega Red. So yeah, there's just far more potential for mutant. Yeah. I had a 6-win streak. You had, so does that mean it ended? Mutant is the safe bet, but I have a strong mutant class already. I feel I'm weak at skill, so that's my choice. It's risky, but the skill class has got way better this past year. Yeah, the only thing though with skill is Sung-Chi won't be there in the basic, so he wouldn't be available from that Nexus. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I think if you hold on to it, so if you pick the skill class and you don't have to open it right away, when Sung-Chi ends up in the basic, he would then be available from that Nexus. Granted, that is a fair bit of time to wait, because he's not going to be in the basic until October. But yeah, depending on who you already have in skill, that could be a good choice. I'm going mutant for DPX, Namor, Omega Red, Cable, Apocalypse, Archangel, Red Mag, Sunspot. Yeah, so in your case, mutant absolutely makes sense. Yeah, yeah, and if I would absolutely take a dupe on DPX. Because I think then he would have much more use in incursions, possibly. And that's really the only reason. It would just be for the use in incursions. Because I'm usually running him and Nick when I'm doing incursions. So. Oof. I wasn't sure he was going to throw it. We got lucky. You go. Look at. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Okay, so for quite a while now, I've been saying I haven't been able to dex Korg's L1. And I was thinking that either his timing had changed or I was just bad. And I just now realized it's probably the controls. It's probably the same issue as Ghost not being able to phase recoil. Okay. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself so I don't feel bad about it. Why I like my name and someone else's name near your camp? Oh, because that's the last people who follow or subscribed. So it just shows, who the latest follower or subscriber was. Not as worth waiting for chi and a skill if it's only 3 choice nexus. 10 choice would be very different. Well, actually, a 10 choice, I don't know if I would be going for mutant. Like if it was 10 rather than 3, because with 10, you're less likely to have a miss. And like I said, my main reason for going to mutant is so I don't have a miss. So. See the way you have set up now? Can you position your guest champs anywhere on screen? If they were up on the side, a bit be cool. Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of text there, right? And it's going to kind of confuse it. See, the thing is, if I move them up, it looks a little bit weird. See, because it kind of just looks like they're just hanging there. I mean, I guess something like that wouldn't be too bad. It just, I don't know. Well, let's try a fight like that. Be more, how you doing? Your stream is going to be Lucky Charm. Which one do I go for? For what? 5-time regular or... Oh, 5-star time. I see. Regular or Science Mystic. Who do you want from Science Mystic? Or no, actually no. Regardless of who do you want, roughly how many 5-star champions do you have? Oh my... Dude, let me hit you. Okay. Doing good, chilling, doing some Act 5 on the alt. Nice. Yeah, so like this is kind of like the other idea that I would go for, Billy. Spidey up his numbers underneath and Kingpin and his numbers underneath. Yeah, that's how I used to have. No, I always had them off to the side. Yeah, I could do it like that. I think for the predictions, though, it's either going to be like this or it's going to be like the old way where they were in the middle with the numbers. Regular would be better for general roster building, I guess. Yeah. So if you've got a smaller roster, I would say go for the regular. If you've got a bigger roster, so more diverse champions, but there's specific champions you're looking for, then I would say go for the dual class. Or if there's champions in the dual class that you want, and you also need ISO of those classes, then I would say the dual class would be a good way to go. Yeah, so I'm going to bring it back down. And yeah, I think there is too much going on in the bottom, probably. Just going to get to 100,000 gold and take a break for your account rating. That's not a bad way to go either. Like work toward a certain account rating and, take a break from the game. Let us know who you get, Barbara. Let us know. Well, this is going to take a while until it decides it wants to continue. There we go. It's like the Spider-Man thing where you get those Spidey tickets. Okay. Very interesting. Oh. And you went basic, right? You know what? I just realized too, regardless of what I do for the layout currently, it's going to end up changing because next month I'm going to get a new device. And I think the aspect ratio is going to be different. So whatever layout I've got currently, okay, you know what? So in that case, I'll probably leave it as like this for now. And then whenever we get the new device, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, and whenever I get the new device, then I'll mess around with it again. Miles Morales, doesn't he get overhaul next month? Yeah. We don't have any details on it yet, but he's going to be the overhaul, and Gamora is the value increase. So you're right. Yeah, it could be a really good pull, or it could be a very minuscule change pull. Okay. Overall hauls has to this day been good. Most of them. I mean, when you consider like Hulkbuster, not Omega Red, Colossus, Red Mags, Diablo. Yeah, there's definitely been some pretty good ones. There's been some not so good ones too, but. Okay, well, let's see, we're at 2 hours. Yeah, that's I think that will be that for me. Let's see here. Okay, so the only person I see streaming on YouTube is Mr. Vega, and I think he looks like he's doing some champion testing with Penny Parker. But feel free to head on over there and say hello. We'll go out with the normal. There's the hashtag, and there is his URL. But yeah, feel free to head on over there, hit that like, subscribe, and hang out for a bit. And I will catch you guys later. I don't think I'm going to be back today because we're going to have the maintenance 8 p.m. Pacific. So that would be 9 p.m. my time. And they're saying about 2 hours, so I don't think it'll be much longer. But yeah, that is it for me. But thanks for coming and hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.